IGN is like, yo, Jarrett, you haven't done a review in a while. There's this new game. We feel like you'd be a good fit. Hey, you gotta get the review out in 48 hours. And fucking Jarrett just can't figure out how to hit square. He can't figure out how the fucking menu works. He can't figure. Oh my god. So today we're going to be going over the incredibly insightful review done by Jarrett Green from IGN for the game Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. And I would love to say that this review is an absolute work of art, but unfortunately you can tell that this is not really something he wanted to do in the first place for reasons that will be further illustrated in the video here. So ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I bring to you today Jarrett Green's work of art and critique of the game Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
Menus are labyrinthian. Training tips are sparse and sometimes not very useful.
Not only now, but throughout the entire review of the game, you will notice that he has a big problem with the menus of the game, that they've unlocked some sort of repressed childhood memory, that it's some trauma that he has deep down buried inside, and that sadly, the menus of this game have brought to life, and Mr. Grenet is still pushing through to bring us this beautiful review regardless.
Unfortunately, the bar to execute the various techniques of its diverse cast is very high and extremely frustrating.
What do you mean? The game does not require you to press more than 1 to 2 buttons at all times. There is nothing in this game that requires you to press more than 2 buttons at any point. What are you talking about? The bar was high to execute the techniques. You had a hard time pressing square? You had a frustrating time figuring out how to hold R2 and pressing the circle? Is that what we're talking about? That's literally the game. You don't press more than 1 or 2 buttons. Like, if you want to say that the game at times can be a little bit oppressive and the AI keeps coming at you type of thing, okay, that's fine. But what do you mean the bar is very high and frustrating to learn how to execute your techniques? It's 1 to 2 buttons. The entire game boils down to pressing 1 to 2 buttons. Brother, figure it the fuck out. The bar to execute my skills was really high. I couldn't find the square button. Bro, how the fuck do you do this for a living? Please, sign me up. IGN, give me a job. Please. The entire game, all that you're doing is either mashing square or pressing R2 in square or pressing triangle or pressing R2 in ball. That is the entire game. There's nothing else that you do. What the fuck do you mean? This guy would have you believe that every little thing that you try to do in this game is like trying to execute an old school Mortal Kombat fatality or something. He makes it seem like to execute one ability, to use one energy blast, you have to memorize a sequence of like 20 different keys and execute them flawlessly. Like, he makes it seem like this is Dwarf Fortress or something.
The last entry of the series I played with fervor, but that was right after Barack Obama was elected. The fast pace of Sparking Zero compared to Tenkaichi 3, mixed with the lax tutorial system, threw my 17 years older reaction speed out of the ring with ease.
So is that the problem? He's gone older and he just doesn't have the reaction times anymore? Because I feel like me and him are around the same age. Like, I'm pushing 30. I doubt this guy is in his 40s. You're not 60, bro. Why are you talking like you're 60? I don't know, man. Take some vitamins. Get some supplements going on or some shit. Like, you're too young for this. Guy makes it sound like he's a World War II veteran trying to figure out how a computer works. Like, you're 30. You're not 60. Dude, I take these mushroom supplements that are like a coffee replacer thing. I can try to hook you up. Like, let's go to the doctor. Let's check those vitals. Let's see what, if we got any vitamin deficiencies going on. Let's get some sun. I don't know. All I know is that you sound and act like you're 60 and you're probably like 30. You're not that old, bro. The menus are labyrinthian in nature. I could not figure them out. Unfortunately, with the passing of time, my reaction times are just not what they used to be. Like, stop, dude. You're not 70. You're 30. Stop. It's not like that. You're making me feel bad about my age. I don't play like you. Like, we're not the same. Stop. You need vitamins, you need supplements, you need sunlight, you need some exercise, and you need some Jesus in your life. That's what's missing. I am just as sharp at the age of 29 as I was at the age of 18. God, bro, you're making me feel so fucking old for no reason. I'm not that old, bro. We are not that old. I'm gonna pull out a Gurren Lagann on you right now, man. Believe in the me that believes in you, bro. You're not 60. You can do this.
I spent a lot of time traveling back and forth between regular fights and the training mode to check and double check my understanding of when and how to use these techniques.
Oh my lord, there you go again. Why are you making it sound like this is fucking rocket science, bro. It's 1 or 2 buttons. What do you mean? I didn't even know there was a training mode, dude. All I did is I hit options and I looked at the control schemes. I just looked at what each button does and that was enough. I didn't even know there's a fucking training mode in the game. And this guy is just like in and out of training, into battles, back to training, into battles, back to training. And I can only imagine he's like on a fucking deadline from his boss. IGN is like, yo, Jarrett, you haven't done a review in a while. There's this new game. We feel like you'd be a good fit. Hey, you gotta get the review out in 48 hours. And fucking Jarrett just can't figure out how to hit square. He can't figure out how the fucking menu works. He can't figure... Oh my god. He's stuck on grade 8 Vegeta for like fucking 20 hours. Then he goes into training, back to training. Where's the square button again? And then he tries to go back into the story mode. I can't navigate the menu. My reflexes have slowed down. I'm fucking 30. Oh my god. You make everything sound fucking so dreadful. You make the entire game sound like one big fucking chemistry experiment. And it's not that hard. It's like one button.
As well as in the settings to adjust my button schemes and accessibility toggles.
What the hell are even accessibility toggles? Like, what is that? You probably know. Jared knows the ins and outs of this game so much better than I do at this point. He's out there doing fucking crazy amounts of fucking math to try to figure out the game. Oh, I've changed the entire control scheme. I figured out the accessibility toggles. I've mastered the fucking training mode, and I'm over. I don't even know what you're talking about. I didn't even know there was a training mode. I don't even know what accessibility toggles are. Why is any of this important, brother? You just hit square. You hit square, triangle, or R2. That's like the extent of the game. Fucking hell, Jared. You're making it sound like you're building a goddamn spaceship, and you're fucking not.
But really the only effective teacher was 25 brutal hours of getting kicked around.
25 hours, bro. Oh my god, Jarrett, you spent 25. You played the game more than I have at this point. I've been so busy. I haven't been able. I've played it like 12, 14 hours maybe. You played double the time than I did. How in the actual fuck have you still not figured out how the goddamn game works? How have you not figured out the menu, Jared? What is happening? Oh my lord, Jared. Now I understand why you gave this game a bad review, man. If I was having this hard of a time with any game, I'd want to get rid of it too. And you were probably on a deadline. I know, man. I'm willing to bet that IGN put you on a deadline. Hey, you gotta at least finish the story mode so we can get all the gameplay in. And Jared's just calling his boss back like, IGN, but I'm still on vacation. What do you mean? It doesn't matter, Jared. We need somebody to do the review. Our other 2 guys called in sick. You're all that we have, but it's my honeymoon. It's my anniversary. I can't. Jared, you got 25 hours, Jared. And then Jared is in some fucking cabin in the woods in the mountains or something. His wife is fucking pissed that he's got to play this fucking game now. And then he's like, don't worry, babe. I'll knock this one out of the park in 4 hours. I used to play the Budokai games. I can figure this out. I'm going to crank it out in 4 hours. And then Jared proceeds to get stuck on grade 8 Vegeta for fucking 20 hours. And he's like trying to figure out the training menu. And his wife is getting more and more mad, telling him she's going to divorce him. And Jared is just building this hatred inside because of the game, because he can't figure it out. Oh my god, I actually feel bad now for Jared. I thought that he cranked out this review in like 2 to 4 hours max, but 24 hours, and this is the result? This is the result? You're talking about accessibility toggles and the training mode and all this shit I've never heard of. And at the end of all that, you still haven't been able to figure out how the menu works. Jared, there's a better way. There are other jobs. There are other things that you can do. I believe in you. You can do anything else. Just don't do this.
Also, compared to modern day fighting games, Sparking Zero's training options are rudimentary at best.
Cause it doesn't even need to be there, Jared. What the hell? I didn't even know. Again, there was a training mode. What are you doing, man? oh, the training mode sucks, therefore the game sucks. It's because it shouldn't even need to be there, Jared. They probably just did it as an afterthought for people who are slow like you, man. It's 2 buttons. You don't need a training mode. That's why the training mode is basic, Jared, because I feel like Konami just figured, man, I don't think we even need a training mode. It's a pretty simple game. Nah, there'll be one guy that probably needs it, and that guy is you. Oh my god, the training mode is different. You had a hard time even with the fucking training mode. You didn't just have a hard time with the game. You had a hard time grasping the fucking training mode, bro. Oh my god, why is this guy the one doing this review, man? Does anyone just get a job nowadays? Like, can I apply to IGN and do reviews?
The timing on your defensive options is razor thin and can be a real bear to learn.
Yes, Jared, we're back to the slow reaction times. I don't know what to tell you about that, man. I did not have a problem with it. We're about the same age. I don't know, man. Let's just do the supplements. Let's try something. Let's try acupuncture, Jared. Have you tried seeing an acupuncturist?
The resource management decisions you have to make on a moment-to-moment basis really add a welcome bit of strategy to an otherwise frantic fight.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed what little strategy there is in this game, because it's a fighting game. There isn't that much strategy, but I'm glad you enjoyed it because you make it sound like you're playing fucking Dwarf Fortress or something. And yes, the fights are frantic. It's supposed to look like the anime. Have you seen the anime? I think you haven't, because that's exactly how the fights go. It's a great recreation of the frickin' anime, and it's a pretty straightforward and simple game, but not for Jared. Jared is fucking turning Sparking Zero into Dwarf Fortress. Jared is acting like the game is Factorio.
The flagship single-player mode is called Episode Battles, which is a truncated retelling of the biggest Dragon Ball stories from various characters' perspectives. Just about every Dragon Ball game has done this in some form or fashion, but this rather exhaustive version.
It's exhaustive. This wonderful IP that, we grew up watching and enjoying and loving. This story that we all know and love being recreated beautifully like it never has been done before. It's exhausting. I'm tired of this same story. Well, what did you expect? Dude, it's a game about Dragon Ball. Did you expect Naruto or Luffy to pop out on the screen? What did you expect, Jared? It's gonna be the Dragon Ball story. You can't milk shit out of a rock, Jared. It's just a game. If you don't like Dragon Ball, then maybe you shouldn't be the guy reviewing the goddamn Dragon Ball game. It's fucking obvious.
Making it tough to experiment and find these largely hidden special conditions when the pressure is on. You can lower the difficulty on a fight-by-fight basis in order to progress if you really need to, but these special tasks must be completed at least the standard difficulty, making finding them very much an endgame activity.
Brother, why are you even focusing on any of this? Why are you talking about the challenges? Why are you trying to figure this out? You haven't even figured out the training menu yet. Why? You haven't figured out the training mode. Why are you trying to do challenges? I didn't do any of this crap. I just played the game, just murdered everything. I didn't even know there were challenges. I didn't even bother with any of this, man. And, if you like that stuff, if that's what you're into, it makes the game cooler for you. Great. But it clearly hasn't made the game more enjoyable for Jared, so why the hell are you spending your time on challenges? Figure out the training first and then focus on the challenges.
There are also custom battles, which exist somewhere between Mario Maker and the Universe mode in a WWE game, using a toolbox full of special modifiers that limit what characters can and can't do in a given scenario, as well as some triggers that help program particular outcomes after conditions are met. These battles can potentially resemble more of a puzzle than just...
He makes a custom battle, and the first thing he does, he makes it a 5v1. I can't beat it. I can't beat any of the CPUs in this game at the lowest difficulty, but maybe if I make it a 5v1, we can do it, boys. That's the only way. Why are you even showing us this?
Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is a final flash from the past, sometimes to a fault, as demonstrated by its archaic menus and remedial training tools.
There you go again with the goddamn menus and the fucking training, Jared. Why are we still talking about the... Why are we still talking about the menu and the training? There's more to the game than just that. That's why I don't think half the people did the training mode, dude. And what the hell is so hard to figure out about the goddamn menu? Maybe the first time you boot up the game, maybe the first time you're learning, but it takes 5 minutes. 5 minutes you figured out the menu. Why is the menu such a point of contention for this guy? This guy's entire review of the game boils down to, the story sucked because I hate the anime. I couldn't figure out the fucking menu. The training mode sucks. The game sucks. It's too fast. I'm old. Alright, fuck it. I'm tired of this. Let's just go to the final score. What score do you give it, Jared? Let's see.
Elevate the experiment even further if a community can figure out how to make the most of it.
7 out of 10. Okay, this absolute flawless masterpiece, this incredible work of art that every fan of Dragon Ball, anybody who mildly likes anime, like this game. It's blowing up for a reason, but no, not for Jared. The menu sucks. It's a 7 out of 10. Oh my god, bro, you're a 7 out of 10. As a matter of fact, you're a solid 2 out of 10. You're a 2 out of 10, Jared. Listen, in all fairness, like I said, Jared was probably on a deadline. He sucks at the game. He was having a hard time learning it. He was on a deadline and it made things stressful when they didn't need to be stressful. Brother, add me on Steam. I'll teach you how to play the game without a deadline. We'll have a good time. Fuck the training mode. I'll teach you how to play the game. Let's get you some supplements. Let's get some vitamins. Let's get some church going. Let's start hitting the gym together. Let's change our life together, Jared. I feel like me and you, we could help each other. You know, I feel like you need that kind of influence in your life. I need that in my life too. So just to show that I don't hate you, I'm extending my hand here. Add me on Steam. Let's try to figure out how to play the game together and I'll help you out, man. Let's it's a good game. I promise, dude. If you can get past the fucking menu and the training mode, I promise that the game is good. But until then, man, you should probably stay away from reviewing any type of fighting games. Like maybe you're better at, strategic games. Maybe like you're a Yu-Gi-Oh guy. Maybe you're a Magic the Gathering guy. That's fine. I can play those with you too. But stick to that. Like, I'm sorry, bro. This game is not a 7 out of 10. Not here and not in any universe. This game is an 11 out of 10. It's one of the best games that I have ever played in my life. I would be mad if you hadn't made me laugh so much. You made this a great experience, Jared. Thank you for your time.